Hello class R! Today's video was supposed to be me showing you lots of information books to tell you lots of facts about mini-beasts and have lots of pictures and diagrams and interesting facts. However, I've realised that all my information books are about plants and not mini-beasts. So, plan B, instead I'm going to do a mini-beast quiz, because who doesn't love a quiz these days anyway? And you're still going to learn lots of mini-beast facts. And you can play with your grown-ups at home or your brothers and sisters. I'm going to go through the questions. I'm going to read them out. We'll have a little think, and then you can decide what your answer is going to be, and then I'm going to show you the answers straight away. So it's going to be just as fun, if not better, than before. So this is the mini-beast quiz in technical fashion. I hope you can see that. I'll read it anyway though, because it's quite far away and it'll be quite small. Question number 1 says, how many eyes does a bee have? Have a think. You've got 3 options. It's called multiple choice. So you can choose from 5 eyes, 2 eyes, or 10 eyes. Have a think. A bee, do you think it's got 5 eyes, 2 eyes, or 10 eyes? Now I know we've got 2 eyes. Do you think they've got 5 eyes? Or do you think they've got 10? Or 2 just like us? Have a think. Maybe tell the person that you're watching it with, or you could even try and write it down and practice writing your numerals, but let's have a think. Right, I'm going to slowly show you the answers. Don't worry though if you got it not correct, because actually we're just going to learn what the actual answer is, and it's just a bit of fun. I think I've got to click on them one by one. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to click on number 10. If it's right, it'll turn green. If it's wrong, it'll turn red. Does a bee have 10 eyes? No, doesn't have 10 eyes. Okay. Right, let's try 2 eyes. Maybe they've got the same as us. I'm sure they've got 2 big eyes. No. Okay, well then, it's turned green. Bees have 5 eyes. I learned that they have 2 large eyes and actually 3 very small eyes in the top of their head. Sounds a bit more like an alien than a bee. I wonder if you got that one right, because I didn't when I was putting it together. Right then, next question says, how many legs does an insect have? So insects all have the same amount of legs. Do they have 4 legs, 8 legs, or 6 legs? Now the term mini beast means lots and lots and lots of different beasts that are very small. Insects are specific kinds of mini beasts. What do you think? Do they have 4 legs, 8 legs, double, or 6 legs, 5 and 1 more? What do you think? Right, I'm going to go through the top at this time. I'm going to click on this one first. I'm going to click on 4. So if it's right, it's going to turn green. If it's wrong, it's going to turn red. Do insects have 4 legs? No, they don't. So they must maybe have more if it's one of these, because 8 and 6 are both bigger than 4. I just need to find, there we go. Do insects have 8 legs? No. Now you might be thinking, a spider's got 8 legs, but this means a spider isn't an insect. It's called an arachnid. So that's just a different term. So it must be 6. So now we know all insects have 6 legs. It's a good fact. Right then. Next question says, bees communicate by dancing. Now the word communicate means you kind of send messages. So I'm communicating to you using language with my mouth. I'm also kind of using my hands because I'm pointing and things. Now, how do bees sort of talk to each other? Do you think it's through dancing? So it's true or false. So you could probably use thumbs, I think, with this one. True, give you thumbs up. Or if you don't think it's true, thumbs down. Do you think bees communicate by dancing? True or false? Right, I'm going to click on false first. Bees communicate through dancing. Oh, that's wrong, which means it must be true. They do. And the best thing is it's called a waggle dance. How cute is that? So they're really clever, and depending on the type of dance they're doing, they can tell other bees where there are different flowers to get pollen from, where the sun might be coming from, or where they can find water sources. It's really, really clever. I didn't know this before the quiz. Okay, next question. Hope you're doing really well. Insects have skeletons. Now, we did skeletons a long time ago when we did body parts back in September, and we also looked at skeletons when we just did dinosaurs before we all went to stay at home. So in our bodies, they're made of bones, and they're kind of the strong kind of puzzle all put together to help protect things like your brain inside your head. That's what your school does, and we learn your rib cage protects your lungs and your heart. So the hard part of your body to help protect things. Insects, are their skeletons on the inside of their bodies, or are they on the outside of their bodies? What do you think? Inside or outside? So just to let you know, our skeletons, they're on the inside, aren't they? They're underneath our skin. So maybe have a think about that. Are insects skeletons on the inside or the outside? Right, I'm going to go with this one first. Are insect skeletons on the insides of their bodies? No. So that must mean insect skeletons are on the outside. There's a very special term which makes you sound very clever to tell you that. They're called exoskeleton. Have a go at saying exoskeleton. Very good. Right then, the next question. It says, why are ladybirds bright colours? It's a good question. Why are ladybirds bright colours? And there's 3 options. The first one says their favourite colour is red. Ladybirds are bright colours because their favourite colour is red. The next option is ladybirds are bright colours to warn off other predators. And the last option is ladybirds are bright colours because they like to stand out. What do you think? Do you think ladybirds are red because they have their favourite colour as red? Because they like to stand out and look bright? Or do you think it's because they like to warn off their predators, to sort of scare them away? Have a think. Now I'm going to go through each one. Is it because their favourite colour is red? No, it's not. That's a shame. Is it because they like to stand out and be bright? No, that's not true. So it must be ladybirds are bright colours to warn off other predators. They are bright. Red, usually the most common ones that we've seen, or you can find them that are black perhaps, and then some have got yellow spots, these have got black spots. But usually something like that might mean something that wants to eat them might think they're poisonous, so instead they leave them alone. Very clever. Right then. Do ants have ears? Have a think. This is a nice easy one you can do with your thumbs. Yes, they do have ears, or no, they don't have ears. What do you think? Do ants have ears? Now, we've got ears that you can quite clearly see on the outside of your body. When we learned about dinosaurs, we learned that they had tiny holes on the sides of their heads, which were their ears to hear. So even though they didn't look like ours, they still had ears. But do you think ants have ears, or anything that might be like an ear? Right, I'm going to go to yes first. Is it true? Oh, wrong button. No, it's not true. So, do ants have ears? No, they don't. But they can hear through vibrations. So vibrations is when things move very quickly in the ground, and it goes up through their legs, and that's how they hear things. So perhaps if we were in the street and we could hear a car coming using our ears, we would know how to sort of avoid the danger and stay safe. Whereas if an ant, they might not hear a big person stomping on the ground, but they would feel the ground shaking, and it would go up through their legs, and then they would know. Very clever. Right, next one. It says, where is a worm's habitat? So we all know about wiggly worms, but this question wants to know where is their habitat. So hopefully you know what the word habitat means. Have a little think. What do you think the habitat means? It's a good word for the surroundings and where they live, where they like to be, where they'll sleep, where they'll find food. There are 3 options: in the sky, in a pond, in the soil. Where is a worm's habitat? Now I'm going to go through each one. Do you think it's in the sky? Superworm might, but not this one. Nope, not true. In a pond. That wasn't supposed to happen. Right, go back. If I click on B. Nope. In the soil. Hopefully you got that one right too. A worm's habitat is in the soil. And that is the last question from the quiz. I wonder how many you got right. I wonder how many you didn't know, but now you do know. Because when I was making the questions, I learnt lots of those. And I think I did have some other facts. These are some good ones, but I didn't quite know how to put them into a question. So just before I go, did you know that a ladybird will eat more than 5,000 insects in their entire life? Wow, they're only small, but in their whole life they will eat more than 5,000 insects. I thought that was quite impressive. And, okay, the last one, a dung beetle. Hopefully you know what one of those is. If not, ask for grown up if you can Google a picture of it. I could have done that, but just realised I haven't. They are beetles. You don't often find them in this country, but they are very clever and they collect other animals' poo and they kind of roll it up a bit like you would with a snowball, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But the dung beetle isn't that big itself, but they are so strong that they can push these big balls of poo that are more than 1,000 times heavier than they are. And that is the same as a human pushing 6 double-decker buses. So that's how strong they are. Super strong. I hope you learnt something and you weren't too disappointed that it wasn't a fact book, but hopefully when we do plants I will have plenty. See you soon.